Show. Sugar City Morning Show. A most pleasant morning, a most pleasant, beautiful Thursday morning to everyone waking up to this brand new, beautiful day, bright and early today. My name is Robert Checker, and we welcome you to the Sugar City Morning Show right here on Norte Vision Channel 10. Folks, on this 20th day of August. We say good morning once again to you all. We welcome you to the Sugar City Morning Show. Everyone across the country from Corozal to Benqueviejo to San Pedro to Dandriga, Belmopan, all the way there down south. We say good morning throughout the country of Belize, and good morning to our online viewers as well. It's Thursday, folks, and today we will be having Minister Aragon in the house this morning, doing everything that he needs to get done so that when he comes here, he has all those messages and all those information for you. So stay tuned this morning at around 7:20. We should be having Minister Aragon on the set right here on the Sugar City Morning Show. So folks, saying all that and getting everything done this morning, we need some blessings today, and we turn to Delve as we say good morning, Delve.
Good morning, buenos dias, Buiti Binafi.
Say, Mrs. Strain, what a beautiful morning, what a beautiful day. Buiti Gaduru.
Yes, another day, another Thursday, thanks God.
Yes, gal, well, let's give thanks.
Let us give thanks, yes. I just like to share a verse for the morning, and this is from Psalm 1, verses 1 and 2, and it says, Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night. Almighty and Heavenly Father, Lord, I just give you thanks once again for this day. Thank you for blessing us with the breath and the gift of life. Thank you for keeping us, oh God, safely throughout the night. For we know, Lord, that it is only by your grace that we get to lie down, that we get to sit down, that we get to stand up, that we get to see, to hear, to breathe. Lord, it is only by your grace. So as we go about this day, oh God, that we do so in full acknowledgement that you are God above all things. You are the Alpha, the Omega, you are the beginning and the end. You are the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and you are our Heavenly Father. So this morning I just pray, oh God, that you continue to bless us, continue to guide us, oh Lord, and please continue to mold us into the people that you have called us to be. To you I give all the honor and the glory. In the mighty name of Christ Jesus I pray. Amen.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Great uplifting words in that special prayer this morning. You know, anytime you say those prayers, if you feel like we have a little issue or a little thing to worry about, like them prayers are like they just ease you off, man.
Well, that's what prayers are for, Mr. Checky, you know, and it's always, you could never get tired of praying, you know. No matter what the situation, maybe prayer is always a way to talk to God. You know, for got no big words, no fancy. If you say, Lord, send me out, I need your help, that's a prayer, and he listens, he hears.
Yes, that's true, girl. You know, as we go through this pandemic and what is happening here, some things that are happening, it's a little disturbing because I was hearing a very popular, known person having a talk show, and this person was saying that the results that was gotten from her has been positive, no? And and she's not surprised that she has tested positive because she was around some persons that speculation that they had the virus, no? But what was her surprise? What was her surprise? It's when she called her family members and friends, and all of them told her that they knew already, that they got the information. Let's say she took the test. Her result came out last night, and she was tested positive. When she called them this morning, all of them already knew, without her saying anything.
Oh my!
You understand? So the system just needs to tighten up and leave it by that, you know.
Yeah, confidentiality is key.
Yeah, man.
Right.
And she's saying that persons that works in there, they just got their cell phones and their WhatsApp and messages are coming in and going out, you know. So why will you relieve?
Mm-hmm.
Why will you reveal somebody's privacy, right?
Right. You know, it is up to that person to say, you know what, I have this. You know, they have a right to that.
Yeah. And the thing is that she was contemplating. She will contemplate if you tell the family members how you tell them because you want to know how they will receive it in a way
Mm-hmm.
and not to, you know, to bring panic into them. But by she call and tell them, she gonna sleep and think it over and say, well, I wake up the morning now and I tell them. And by the time she done got all of she plans and how you tell the family make, you know, broke them down, they don't know.
Oh my.
You know. Yeah. So, you
The
know,
system does need to tighten up.
yeah. Well, a part of the system because not everybody do them things right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they just got one or two person, and then because the health department they do a very good job because if you notice when they do their mapping and they find these persons positive, most of the persons, um, if they're not severe already, most of them are getting cured. You know. Yeah, the ones,
Mm-hmm.
if you see the ones that are passing away are mostly elder persons, right? With the exception of Mr. Pipersburg, well, I think he was like 55. But what happened is the other, like the lady that from Danriga that passed away, I think she's a elder person, and just like Mr. Charlie Peralta, I think he was like 63 years old, but he had heart problems as well, no?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so apart from that, you know, we have to commend the folks there at the Ministry of Health because persons are getting cured, right? Persons are getting cured, but
Yeah.
that part there where some people leak out the information about persons' privacy, I feel like they just need to like slow down on that. No, try find out who they do
Yeah.
it, and even the persons that will do it, if you know here we or you know somebody, tell them that please make them please stop it, man. Cause people want information about other persons, you know, but keep the privacy, right?
Right. We have to be respectful to other people's rights as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, can we get our poem now?
Yes, sure. Interesting discussion, you know. And
Yes,
but
it is.
I am
It
ready with
is.
poem.
It is because
Yes.
it's
All right.
alarming.
This one. Yes. Wonderful. This morning I have this one. Passing through.
Okay,
So
passing through. Okay.
it goes like this. We're passing through, just passengers. It goes like this. Good morning, says a little girl, but no one is there. She sits alone on the street side. Everyone passes by like they don't care. She stretches out her hands for $1. Maybe someone would like to share. But everyone is busy, staring in the windows, fantasizing on things they see that they can never afford to wear. Good afternoon, says a young boy, lying on a hospital bed. At the wrong place at the wrong time. One bullet straight to the head. But the Lord looks over his children. Everyone says he's lucky he's not dead. Just another victim who went down the street to buy a pack of bread. But society, oh society, they leave nothing unsaid. Good night, says the old man, left alone in an abandoned place. No family to care for him, much less to remember his face. He's just an old man. He'll die anyway, they say by grace. So he closed his eyes for the last time, and for his inheritance, there suddenly appears family members from all walk and race. Now welcome, says the Lord, tomorrow will be a better day. Though it is promised to no one, I am here with you all the way. So no matter what may be the circumstance, my child, never forget to pray. Just call to me and I will be there, right there while you lay. For we are just passengers, merely passengers at the end of the day.
Wow, that is real, real, real. You know, sometime sometime when you really need some people, some friends or family members around and not reach. So when you're done there and so you know that they reach.
Yeah. That's the sad reality, Mr. Checky.
Yeah.
You know, but God is telling us that no care who come, no care who go, and it is painful because you know families are supposed to be the one who are there for you to get your back. You know, and
Yes.
sometimes sadly that's not the case. But No care who go, no care who go. God is always that friend that sticks closer than a brother. So if we could hold on to, for those who don't have family who are close to them or who have lost families, that is the peace and the hope that we have. And for those who have families who love and cherish them, love on them, cherish them.
Yeah. Does a song 4 days late similar to what you're saying or not really?
Not necessarily. That song 4 days late, it's actually a biblical story with Lazarus.
Mm-hmm.
When his sisters, they were good friends. Mary and Martha were good friends with Jesus as well as Lazarus. So they had sent for Jesus to come and heal Lazarus. But Jesus took the long way around, and by the time he reached, Lazarus must be done dead.
Okay.
But the Bible said that, he did that to show that even when things they're really bad, even when we feel like Jesus the 4 days late, he is still on time.
He's still on time.
So,
Yep. But you see, you see, like them people that were reach afterwards. I say, oh, me that I got one picnic for this person, and this is the only picnic we got, or me that his sister, and he don't tell me that when he dead, that land with the cross said that for me and this and that. But I mean, maybe if they may reach a little bit earlier, maybe something what that person may have said to them, maybe they could have cured that person, because maybe that person must have some kind of illness and he never really reveal it to nobody. But maybe once a certain family member and say, you know what, this is what I got. How you could help me?
Right. The thing is, at the end of the day, Mr. Checky, every person, God has placed in each of us a heart, to one, be obedient to him, and to be here for one another. And yes, everybody go through different circumstances with each other. Some people they could have on their last, and then I got a family member and say, oh, that one may do me this, so I know I go. But what the good Lord is teaching us, have been teaching us, we humble ourselves, we forgive, that if that person call you upon the last, at least make peace. And when you make peace with that person, the peace comes to you as well. Because some people, they play angry, and when the person passes, they say, shucks, man, I shall make ganga, yeah, what you got to say. I shall make ganga, tell her where I got to tell her.
Yeah.
So if they know what to do it with the person, do it for yourself. Give yourself that peace.
Yeah.
Knowing that, you know what, I forgive her, he forgive me, or she forgive me, then we can have that we got a clarity, then nothing no hang over we.
Yeah, then you don't have to cry over that when the person dead. I mean, when somebody dead, we feel it so drops on tears, right? Because they're gone. But then you don't have to cry with that guilty in your mind. Yeah. Man, I should have been say sorry to this person,
That's the word, Mr. Checky, that guilt. And that the way make families, get separated a lot. Because, when you leave things unsaid, you as an individual, like you want feel, because I don't know what in your mind, Mr. Checky.
Yeah.
Unless you tell me. You don't know what in my mind unless I tell you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So it's every individual need to make that peace within themselves. If you know what, it's a text, you did so and so and so, I never like it or I may appreciate it, I free myself of that then.
Yeah, that's true. And if the person get vexed with you, someday you realize, man, you know what, this person is real. Better you do that, and if the person get mad with you, I'll do well, I don't get it off of my chest already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Well, you see those great poems that you wrote and those prayers that you bring in every morning, how those words that are in there, they bring out many things. They bring out many things that some of us might not realize, but it comes out. But thanks again, and keep up your talent, girl. Keep up your talent, all right?
As long as the good Lord have me, Mr. Okay.
All right. Well, we will link up again tomorrow if the good Lord so will, like you always say, right?
Yes, if he so will. Have a blessed one today.
Okay, certainly. At this time, folks, we will check in with the Belize Met service right here this morning on the Sugar City Morning Show for today's weather forecast and the general situation for today. We have it right here. This is the morning forecast for today, August 20th, 2020. Remember when the 2020 numbers they play? They buy the Shell gas station like listen, because when I'm telling them 19 me account, they buy they do good. Now today is the 20th of 2020, but the month, the 8th month, right? So no do no figures and put it together. The general situation, fair weather will prevail today. The 24-hour forecast, sunny with a few cloudy spells today and partly cloudy tonight. Showers or thunderstorms will be isolated, developing mainly inland this afternoon. Then increasing late tonight and especially over the sea. The winds are blowing east at 5 to 10 knots, sea set with slight, and waves will be from 1 to 3 feet. Temperatures across the country will rise from 32 Celsius in the coast to 89 highs and 34 Celsius inland and 94 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're got a nice hot day today. Spend one little time out of the sun, right? Spend in under the sun. Spend one little time under the sun. It's good for what is happening right now, and in the hills it's 80. The outlook for Friday and Friday night is for a few showers, periods of rain and thunderstorms increasing. We will be experiencing a high tide at 10:41 this morning, a low at 5:30 in the evening, another high 11:26 tonight, and a low 5:21 tomorrow morning. And the sun was up this morning at 5:37 and will set at 6:14. That is your general weather forecast, brought to you by the Belize Met Service and certainly by your North Television Channel 10. Folks, we have Minister Aragon coming up right here on the show, so we'll be taking a break and we'll be back after these messages right here on North Television Channel 10.
Saltar la frontera es ilegal y coloca a toda la nación en riesgo. Nuestros vecinos, Guatemala y México, han experimentado un rápido incremento de casos de contagio de COVID-19 y hay más muertes cada día. Personas entrando a Belice ilegalmente, viniendo de esos países con múltiples casos, no les están haciendo las pruebas de COVID-19. Es por eso que es importante reportar a cualquiera que entre ilegalmente a Belice llamando a nuestras líneas directas. Para Smart, marque 0800-586-7377, 0800-267-3377 y para Digi, marque 0800-728-3293. Tolerar o participar en entrar ilegalmente es ponerte a ti, a tu familia y a todo tu país en riesgo. Recuerda, cualquiera que sea arrestado deberá pagar una multa de hasta 5,000 y o prisión por 2 años. Detén el salto de fronteras hoy. Este mensaje es presentado por el Departamento de Policía de Belice y el Banco de Belice.
Since 2014, Honorable Eludio Aragon has been quietly and consistently assisting deserving residents of Orange Walk East through a pantry program that he put together using personal resources and also with the support of generous business persons. It started with the distribution of 100 packages per month and has now doubled to 200 packages per month. The packages comprise of rice, beans, flour, and sugar, which are staples in any household and a great help to the recipients. During the state of emergency in the month of April, Honorable Aragon also prepared and delivered 3,000 food hampers to residents of Orange Walk East. In the first instance, 1,500 parcels were delivered, followed by 1,500 more 2 weeks later. This was done because Mr. Aragon was aware of the hardships some of the area residents were going through due to the COVID curfew. This is a man who cares. Honorable Eludio Aragon Jr., with you always.
Boy, I'm late again. What? Daning day yet? More time to sleep then.
Ugh, where'd I put my license? What? More cash? Yes!
Oh my god, that's a huge slice. More for me.
Morning.
Who doesn't love having more of your favorite things?
Start off your morning right.
With Digicell's new prepaid data plans, you get more data to do more of the things you love. That's more chats, more snaps, more surfing, more videos, more everything. So go ahead, live your best life with Digi. Whatever that may be.
From working late to hot date avec Derek. Yes, you can. Looking half decent at early morning Pilates. Yes, you can. When you've totally forgotten your BFF's birthday. Yeah, you can. Looking surprisingly good in last night's clothes. Even unscheduled media appearances. Batiste Dry Shampoo. Yes, you can.
Distributed by Vegas Imports.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
What they want to do is to try to secure their future in terms of grasping after political victory. There will be time enough for that. We can't go beyond November, the first week in November. But in the meantime, for God's sake, please focus on the fact that we are in a crisis that all of us together, led by the government, but all of us together must serve. You see, Madam Speaker, the leader of the opposition is not present, but because he makes clear that his opposition is not on a matter of principle, it is strictly political. When he makes clear that he will put opportunism ahead of the best interests of the country, that is when he opens himself up to my declaring to the whole nation that he is unfit for leadership. You don't cut and run in the middle of a pandemic. Worse, you don't seek to exploit the pandemic for narrow political gain. And Madam Speaker, I am not the only one who says that he's unfit for leadership. He should tell us about what a member of his own party said, and I quote, "You," addressing it to the leader of the opposition, "you have shown unscrupulous behavior time and time again, and it is a part of your DNA. This is a reflection of your insecurity as party leader. You are aware many eyes are on the leadership of the party. Despite your having failed continuously to prove your leadership skills, your despicable actions will also violate the Constitution of Belize if given the opportunity. You have not demonstrated any qualities and capabilities of becoming the next Prime Minister of Belize. In closing, because of your lack of capacity to lead this nation of Belize and your inability to deliver yourself as a leader, you will now stand to bear all the consequences. Enough said, Madam Speaker.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Worried about wearing that sleeveless dress or sexy bikini due to unsightly ingrown hairs, razor bumps, or burn on your legs, underarms, or bikini lines? With TendSkin, those worries are a thing of the past. Just apply TendSkin and you'll be surprised at how quickly it works. So regain the confidence to go short, go sleeveless,
Go TendSkin.
visit us online at GoTendSkin.com.
Distributed by Vegas Imports.
When you think about compassion, care and kindness, the area representative of Orange Walk East, Honorable Elodio Aragon Jr., immediately comes to mind. He has demonstrated through dedication and hard work that the people he represents are his priority. His work in Orange Walk East to deliver goods and services has been never-ending. Infrastructure, streets, water, land, social assistance, sports, and education are areas in which Mr. Aragon has focused and delivered to his people in the Orange Walk East. Honorable Aragon has lived a life of dedicated service to his country and people with an excellent track record. Orange Walk East deserves the best. So, for continued development, vote for Honorable Elodio Aragon Jr.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's 7:31. That gives us 29 minutes away from 8 o'clock. This is the Sugar City Morning Show for today, Thursday, August 20th, 2020. Folks, and we have the East in the house this morning, and representing the East, we have Minister Aragon. Good morning, Minister.
Good morning, Chicky. And of course, pleasant good morning to one and all. Wherever you are tuning in from, whether it be from 104.9 FM East Radio, or you're at home watching us on the television, I want to say that, it's always a pleasure for me being here, Chicky. I think, no matter what is happening right now, because you look at the news and you see all the reports, all the information in regards to COVID-19, it's always, I think it's always nice to know that when you get up and you think about it a little, you have to give thanks to the good Lord that we have been blessed with another day, because in this life, a lot of things are happening to a lot of people, people are passing away, you have people who, a new child is coming, and being born and everything, and, so we have to give thanks to the good Lord, no matter what's happening with COVID-19, life is moving on, and I think we're all grateful to know that you get up today. Because if you never get up today, then something wrong.
Yeah. But Minister, for past between Saturday and today, 2 persons from the East has passed away,
That's right. And I would just like to take a little time because, we had our good friend Charlie Peralta.
A warrior
of the party, has been with the United Democratic Party for quite some time, as long as I could remember.
Yes.
And, he passed away, I don't know if the results came back already for the COVID-19. Was that tested positive?
The family posted, they did a post and they said that it was from the virus. No?
From the virus, yeah. But
he had heart condition as well.
Yeah,
no?
well, I know he had a heart condition in terms that he was suffering from some complications at the heart, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just want to take time to give my most deepest and sincerest condolences to the family. You know, my sympathies go to all of them because, you know, I mean, Charlie was a likable guy, you know. Man. I mean, a nice guy. You know, he used to go there and take one drink with the man now and then, you know. And
always a smile.
Always a smile. The guy was always, you know, happy. And, you know, it touches your heart when you're somebody like that. All of a sudden, boom, they're not something that he was ailing, you know. They're not like, he had a heart complication, but they're not something that had him in bed, you know, bedridden or something like that. The man made a move wrong and thing. And, you know, from morning to night, you get the news that he get a heart attack, and by the next day, he's gone. I mean, it's tough, and I could imagine how heart-wrenching it is for the family, you know, especially the family, you know.
Yes.
So, Miss Ara, you know, I don't know what to say. I can only say that, you know, our hearts are with you and the entire family, and I get to understand that her birthday is today too. You know, so tough. It's tough on the family, but you know, we are here with you all in regards to you know, as a family. You know, especially him being a part of the United Democratic Party. You know, our condolences go to you and the entire East Committee. And of course, all our UDP supporters, you know.
Right, and we had Mr. Logan that passed away as well. Too,
okay,
no?
Right. So, yeah.
They live in the East too, right?
Right, and you know, with these things, you know, not with COVID. This is what I'm trying to get at earlier this morning. With COVID, things will continue to happen. People will pass away. People, you know, get sick. People, you know, I have people in my constituency. Just yesterday, I have someone who is really critical too, you know, and these things will happen, will continue, but COVID complicates things in terms that, you know, with Charlie, I think if, you know, just like I think there's another patient on the news that passed away, an elderly lady.
Yes.
You know, you're talking about, you know, I got normal burial because for one right now, you can't have no gatherings basically of more than 10. True. And so now, they're not like you have one funeral where people will come.
Celebrate the life.
You talk about cremation, you know, so it complicates a lot of stuff. And this is the thing that I was trying to get at, is that in this life right now, we have to be thankful that you're up, you're healthy, and you can move around or do something, you know, you could carry on. I mean, there's a lot of people who are getting the virus right now. And you know, for most part, I think a lot of people will get over it, but at the same time, there are others that might not, you know, especially those who have underlying health conditions and are of more of age, you know. But like I said, these are the things that we have to cope with, and I know it brings some difficulties for people. And of course, you know, my heart goes out at the same time in terms of this to all those people who are under the lockdown right now. People in Santa Marta, in Guinea Grass, Shipyard, you know, and San Pedro. These things are not easy, you know, and I know that the difficulties because people call me every day. And a lot of these concerns that have been brought up, Chakim, especially in terms of people in my division, I have always taken that up to Cabinet to try to see what Cabinet can do. Because there are difficulties. You know, when you put one village under lockdown, it's not so easy, you know. That's why I think on the news you had some people kind of protesting in Guinea Grass or trying to make a protest and letting their voices be heard. You know, you can't blame certain things to happen because it brings about difficulty, and the lawmakers, the people who put these things in place, don't have a solution. It's not going to have a solution to solve everybody's problem. You have people I know, I've gotten calls from people in Santa Marta telling me, Mr. Aragon, we need to get with fertilizer. Mr. Aragon, in terms of this, I have bills to pay. Who will pay me light bill? How will I get money to pay? I don't got the money home. I have it at the bank. I need to go get money for pay workers, you know. And so all of these things, remember these villages have no ATM, you know, they don't have no, there's not huge supermarkets there, there's not
they barely have communication,
internet, exactly, you know, so I could see how things complicate them. I had somebody call me last time, I said, you know, my child needs to go for chemotherapy. Down south, we need to go there, and their health say you have to get tested first. We have done it, but the swabs not the test results have not come back, so they can't move. You know, and we have to make calls to health department. We have to call the Minister of Health and tell them, listen, we got one priority here. We need things. So a lot of challenges arises out of these things, and it's not easy on the people living there. Maybe me and you in town, we're not under lockdown, so we could move around. We internet, we got where we could communicate.
Yes,
we got access to the bank still. We could go pay with bills. But imagine if we can't do that, and then you got things pending, your loan that needs to be paid. There's a lot of things that brings about these challenges, and especially in the time of death where you have lost someone. It's tough. So my thing is that this COVID is not a thing we could play with in terms for say, oh, it is not impacting in lives. It has impacted our lives in terms of at the national level, in terms of our economy, of course, and it will continue to affect us on our daily lives, and every little thing in between. So these are the things the challenges that COVID brings about. But at the end of the day, I think we should be thankful likewise that we are here still. The good Lord has blessed us with another day. And we have to look at the positive things as we move forward. So to both of these families, the Logan family and the Peraltas, I just want to say, our hearts are with you during this time.
Yeah. Hello, good morning. Sugar City Morning Show.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to talk about it, the yell and different things, but I have a question for the minister.
Yes, sir.
Reference, we had one year thing that the village accommodate, right? So we pay with you money to make this good with the village road and things. You have to get with land, but the problem is we land get sold to like two or three different people. What we are do about that now, we don't invest away money. We lose, and we don't want to call no name. I think the minister supposed to know this personnel. When they sell the land there 2-3 times, if you already give away something and we invest in it, they put that money to make this go through. What if we respond to that?
Well, my response to that is simple. Whoever is doing anything there that is illegal or not proper, you as a citizen, if you have been swindled of your money or that, you need to take this person to court. Take him to police and report it. Because at the end of the day, you have, if anybody comes to you and sells you property or does whatever, and it's not proper, then you have a right as a citizen, you have the police where you can go and make an official report, because nobody can do these things. The only people I've always told people time and time again, Checky, the only persons who could sell land, or in terms of selling land for whatever reasons, in terms of collecting monies for surveys, and that is the government of Belize, as far as I know. Yeah. And if anybody is doing that otherwise, then my brother, you should take them to court, because that's all I can say is that this matter, whatever transactions takes place there, is to be dealt with by the court. But of course, to get to court, you need to first make a complaint to the police. Because the police not going to investigate that matter, because to a large extent, they need a report to start the investigation. So to anybody that has happened to, and they feel aggrieved about it, I would recommend them to go to the police station and make a report.
Okay. Well, reference that now, that you say that, remember these personnel is like, for a time owner, we don't have no parcel of land. They told us that you were going to give us the lead.
Right.
Like that it was going to be surveyed.
You talk about the lands that the back there where we were recently opened, no, about last year. So, what is happening with that? I could highlight on that, and I think it's good you called in regards to that. One, what is happening? I truly believe that if we give land, we need to do it properly, and I've always done that. What we have done, we first opened up the road in there, and we opened up the area so people could get their lands. And we identified these lands. We did a sketch on it. We are waiting for a survey to be done by government so people could get their actual documentation where they can then apply for purchase of this piece of land. But in the meantime, we put people in there for them to begin to take clearance of the area for their own land, And that has been done. We have had some instances, because I've heard this complaint before, and I've always recommended people, because there are people who basically go and say, no man, we could sell you this land, we could do this for you, we could do that, and people pay money to that. That to me is illegal, because nobody has an authority to give land. The only person in this country who can give out land is not even the Commissioner of Lands, it is the Minister of Lands who have to sign these documents. So anybody who is acting out of that, then that is not a proper process. And if you give money for something where you don't have, that to me is obtaining property by deception, and you have all rights to go to the police station and make an official complaint on that, so that that matter can be investigated and dealt with. But in regards to the land, we have people who already know which area out there, and making any other commitments of selling land or whatever is not proper, is, I would want to say, illegal. And if anybody has any issues such as that, I mean, you need to make a report of it.
Anything else, Carla?
That would be just about it.
Okay, like the minister said, not give up, make the proper report. And those people who are giving out those lands illegal, I think the minister needs to send a message to persons who they buy their lands, because
of course,
at the end of the day, they now end up with
I think the caller having called, I think is good, because definitely, you know, everywhere you go right now, you hear all kind of things that people they try, though, you know, these scams and stuff like that. People need to take heed of these things, because at the end of the day, if you are not paying monies directly to the lands department, you know, and getting an official receipt from lands, I mean, you have to be skeptical of this, because nobody, and I mean nobody has an authority for come out and say, this is your land, pay me so much and I give you this land. Who is that person? The only person who can give out a piece of land in this country is the Minister of Lands, because he will have to sign and say this is your title. And for you to get your title, there is a process to be done. And so anybody out there giving land or purporting to selling land and that, I could tell you one time in Carmelita, nobody needs to pay $1 for any land, because we have not collected any money in terms of surveyors and that, because what we have done is done the sketch, allow people to get their pieces of parcels in terms of this is your land, this is your land, so that they could begin to clean, build homes, etc. But that sketch is still there, and we are working to get it surveyed, so that then we could now issue a recommendation for direct purchase, so that person can then go and apply as the official person for that piece of land. And
Okay,
that is
Carla,
the
thanks,
situation
Carla.
there. But thanks for that. Thanks, Carla. Thanks for that information. I think it's very important for people to be aware of these things. And it's not only in Carmelita, you know, Checky. Across the country is the same situation. If anybody comes to you like that, they need to be very wary of these things. And I would also say, report it to the police, you know.
Yeah, so like you rightly say, it's only the Minister of Lands, Natural Resources, that can issue a piece of land.
Well, it's not that's an issue. We are sorting all of that. Like I've always said, if anybody has a problem in terms where one lot has two